welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're doing well. Welcome to another video and welcome back to another TBR Bingo video. This month is going to be a little bit different just because we are doing Becca's Bookoplathon at the end of my own TBR game. So this video will be a little bit longer than my normal length, but hopefully you will enjoy it. I have loved watching the TBRs that have come out so far, so I'm hoping that you guys will enjoy this one as well. I'm also participating in another readathon that I co-host with Mel and Clint, Seasonathon Academy. I will not be including my TBR in this video, but if you would like to see what I'm choosing for those prompts, stay tuned for another video coming very soon where I go over all of that. So basically what I'm going to do is play my usual TBR game, TBR Bingo. If you have never seen that before, basically what I do is I spin a ball cage, use that ball to pick a number, that number correlates to a prompt, and I use that prompt to pick a book off my TBR. I will of course leave a playlist in the cards above and in the description box below if you want to go check out any of my previous videos and learn the rules and how this thing works. If not, then let's go ahead and get into the video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over what I was supposed to read and how I did last month. I'm not taking any punishments, but I just want to give you guys an update on how I did, and then we will get into all of the other shenanigans. So for Storygraph Rec, I had Only Mostly Devastated, and I did read this. For TBR Steal, I picked The Hawthorne Legacy, and I did read this. For Roll the Dice, I got The Kiss Quotient, and I did read this. For POC Author, I picked Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan, and I did read this. For a book I never thought I would read, I picked Death Note Volume 1. I have not read this one yet. I still have a few days left in the month, but we'll see. For self-published, I got Priest by Sierra Sohn, and I did read this. For Random Letter Generator, I got a K. I picked Flash Fire by TJ Klune, and I did read this. For TikTok Rec, I got Guild by Revan Kennedy, and I did read this. For Instagram Scroll, we had The Atlas 6. I have not read this one just yet. For a short book, I picked The Never King by Nikki St. Crow, and I did read this. For TBR Jar, as well as my TBR Jar for this month, I had Prince Charming, and I did read this. For favorite author, I picked A Destiny of Dragons by TJ Klune. I am in the middle of this, but have not finished it yet. For 2021 release, I had Our Violent Ends by Chloe Gong, and I did read this. For Amnesia, I picked The School for Whatnots, and I DNF'd this. For Number in the Title, I picked Six Crimson Cranes, and I did read this. For Paranormal Book, I picked Lovermind by J.R. Ward, and I did read that. For Random Number Generator, I had The Night Swim by Megan Golden, and I did read this. And finally, for Book 2 Reversed, I picked The Kingdom of the Wicked by Karen Maniscalco, and I did read this. So only 3 books on my TBR that I haven't quite finished yet. Like I said, I still have a few days left in the month, but if I don't finish them, I'm not taking any punishments, so we're just gonna go ahead and move on. So first things first, before we get started, I just wanted to let you guys know, a lot of you guys pointed out in my comments previously that I did get a bingo last time around. It was my very last pull, 66, my punishment pick. And it happened to be my very last roll. It's also a bingo for me, so it was no giveaway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and reset the board, because technically my last pull I would have reset the board anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and do that with you guys now. Get a brand new board, we'll start clean and fresh, and then we'll get into our spins. So without further ado, let's reset the board. Alright, brand new board, it's time to play. Let's go ahead and do our TBR Jar pull. Alright, as you guys know, I pull a monthly TBR Jar pull every month. If I can fit it into my TBR pulls, then that's great. If not, then it's just an extra book that I need to read. So let's go ahead and pull this. I did just update this, so this is all the books that I still need to read on my TBR, physical and ebook and audiobook. So let's see what I get. Twisted Love. Perfect, I wanted to read it this month anyways. Okay, as you saw, I did do my TBR Jar pull, and I picked Twisted Love by Anna Huang, which is actually perfect because my friend Karina and I were talking about reading it this month, so this is definitely one that I'm really excited to get to. The audiobook for this book just came out, so I'm really looking forward to it. I really don't know too much about this. I just know that it's self-published. I know that it's has a lot of hype on TikTok. And I've heard that it's really good, so hopefully I really enjoy it. Okay, let's go ahead and roll the dice, see how many rolls we're doing, and then let's get into the spins. All right, let's roll the dice and hope I get a good number because we still have to do Bookopoly and Seasonathon, so let's hope. All right, 11. 11 is not too bad. That is why I rolled an 11. I don't think I'm gonna re-roll. I think I'm just gonna take it. Let's hope that the board doesn't screw me over. All right, hefty number, 11 spins this month. Let's hope I don't get any more extra pulls because we're also doing Bookoplathon, and Lord knows every time I do it, I get doubles. So let's hope and pray. Let's do it. Spin number 1. Whoa. N39. Y'all, the TBR gods are nice to me. N39 is to listen to an audiobook, but it has a sparkly pink heart, which means we have 1 less spin this month. For spin number 1 on the brand new clean board, we got 39, which is listen to an audiobook, as well as a shiny pink heart, which means we have 1 less spin this month, which is great. And for this, I chose A Company of Fiends. This is by Catherine Moon. maybe. This is the second book in the Lady of Rosecrave Manor series. I didn't think I was ever going to read the second book, but I decided I want to just finish out the series. It's only a duology, and they're relatively short, so I figured why not give it a go. I don't know if this one is also a reverse harem, but the first one was a reverse harem with a lot of, like, monsters. There was literally, like, a rock man, a golem, an invisible man, a vampire, a sphinx, so lots of crazy things happening. It was very sex forward, which I really enjoyed, so hopefully I will like this one. I haven't had great success with Catherine Moon books, but I'm excited to give this one a go. All right, spin number 2. I-28. I-28 is a 5-star prediction. Spin number 2 got us 28, which is 5-star prediction. And for that, I'm going to read Shipped by Angie Hockman. This is one of the last romance books that I had on my 5-star prediction list, and I am very excited to get to this. I've heard this is for fans of The Unhoneymooners and The Hating Game. I have not yet read The Hating Game, but I really did enjoy The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren, so I'm excited to give this one a go. I believe it's enemies to lovers. I don't know if it's fake dating as well, but they have to go to like an island together. So I'm excited to give this one a go. I've heard really good things, and I'm definitely in my romance era, so I'm excited to read this one ASAP. Let's go, spin number 3. Oh-63. Oh-63 is a random number generator. Okay, for spin number 3, we got 63, which is random number generator. And for this, of course, I'm going to randomly generate a number and use that to pick a book off of my Goodreads TBR. I have everything logged in here under a current TBR list. It is up to date, so let's go ahead and do that. I'll scoot over just a bit so you guys can see better. But I have, let's see, 508 books, so let's do that. 1 through 508. I always randomize it 3 times because I'm extra like that, so let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 485. I'm gonna swap it so I don't have to scroll through that many and jump down to 485, which is gonna be a new book, which is Inseparable by Saban Davis. So this is a book that I got in my bell box for one of the months that I got it, and I am really excited to give this one a go. I've heard really good things about this author. I believe this is like a group of 3 people who have kind of had a rocky relationship. They were really, really close growing up. One of the boys is going down a hard and dangerous path, and then one day their relationship, all 3 of them, their relationship blows up, and it's the aftermath of that and them trying to get back together. I've heard good things about this author, but not particularly about this book, so hopefully I really enjoy it, and it is a really beautiful special edition, so I'm excited to give it a go. Spin number 4. N32. N32 is a 2020 release, but we got a black heart, which means we're back up to 11 spins. Okay, spin number 4, we got 32, which is 2020 release with a black heart, which means that we're gonna have 1 more spin this month. You know what? I can't even be mad about it. But the one that I chose is A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair. This is the first book in the Hades and Persephone series. I know that there's multiple books told from Hades' perspective and multiple books told from Persephone's perspective. So I'm excited to give this one a go. I'm actually doing this really cool thing with a group of my friends, Karina and Clint. We're all reading a different book and like writing in the margins and highlighting and tabbing, and then sending it to the next person so they can all experience the tabs and the writing, and then we'll do it until we get it back. So I'm really excited to give this one a go. It's like it sounds like a Hades and Persephone retelling. I don't know how fantastical this is. I just have heard good things. Again, another TikTok recommendation, so I'm excited to get to this one. Spin number 5 out of 11 once again. G55. G55 is a Storygraph rec. Our next spin got us 55, which we are doing this one again this month, and that is Storygraph rec. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop onto my Storygraph, use whatever in my to be read pile, and use that to pick a book off my TBR. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's see what we get. I'm very interested. Let's see. Let's go to our homepage. And for my to be read pile, we have Rock Chick, The Survivor, and Bad Dream by Gianna Darling. I don't own any of these physically, and one of them I can't read because I'm not that far into the series. So it's between Bad Dream by Gianna Darling and Rock Chick by Kristen Ashley. I don't think I actually still own Bad Dream, but I do really want to read that one. So I think I want to read Bad Dream by Gianna Darling. I don't know anything about this. It has a pretty short synopsis. It says, Bianca is trying to survive in a small Texas town. Her only goal is to keep her younger brother healthy. Everything changes when Tyrion shows up at her mother's door in a suit and tattoos. His dark world is all-consuming, but she doesn't want his money or his secrets until her mother dies. Then she has no choice but to turn to the only person who can help. A Dark Dream prologue novella. So this is a start to a series. I'm very excited. Sounds fantastic, and I cannot wait to give Gianna Darling a try. Okay, spin number 6. Oh62. Our favorite one in the deck, Oh62, is Pet Pick. Our next spin got us everyone's favorite number on the board, and that is 62, and that is Pet Pick. So of course I had Bailey pick a book for me, so look at that. Okay. Yay, baby! Honestly, Bailey could do no wrong, and of course she picked me a fantastic book, and that is Lore Olympus Volume 2 by Rachel Smythe. Don't know how to say this last name. I did read the first volume 2 months ago, and I really enjoyed it, so I'm very excited to get around to book 2. I love the art style in here. I think it's so much fun. It's another Hades and Persephone retelling, but I had so much fun with the first one, and I cannot wait for volume 2. Spin number 7. N34. N34 is self-published. Spin number 7 got us 34, and that is self-published. And for self-published, I'm going to pick up my TBR Jar pull, which is Twisted Love by Anna Huang. One that I'm, again, really excited for, but I figured I would double up since I had the opportunity. Spin at number 8 is I-18. I-18 is a random color generator. Okay, our next spin got us 18, which is random color generator. So for this, I'm going to use the color wheel spinner thing to pick a color and then use that color to pick my book. I did modify this to have less of the same colors, as well as to add black, white, and gray. So we'll see how it goes. I'm only going to do it one time because I'm trying not to be that extra with this one, but I'm excited, but also really nervous. So let's see what we get. Ooh, okay. Purple. I was not expecting that. I will have to do some looking around and see exactly what I want to read. Hopefully I can find something. Okay, for purple, I'm going to pick up a book that I have been wanting to get back to for a while. I did start it at one point and then never finished it. I'm going to pick up Lilac by B.B. Reed. It does have like some dark purples and some lighter purples up here, but I would definitely count it as purple. This is a reverse harem, a Rockstar reverse harem. I believe 5 guys, 1 girl, and I'm excited for it. I'm really, really pumped to read more of this, and hopefully I will enjoy it. I was enjoying it when I started it. I only got to page 171, but it's a big, chunky book, so definitely got my work cut out for me, but I'm very excited for this one. Spin number 9. We're not doing too bad. B14. I knew this one was going to come up. B14 is Mom Pick. Alright, our next spin got us 14, and that is Mom Pick. Taking the choice right out of her hands for these ones, but that's okay. I gave my mom 4 choices. I gave her the choice between Wicked Beauty Occulta by Maya Motain, Lore Olympus Volume 2, and Us Against You by Frederick Buckman, and she chose Wicked Beauty by Kate Robert. I'm very excited that she picked this because this means that I will be caught up with the series when I read this one, which is great because I really need to be working on my series. And I'm really excited to read this one. I don't exactly know who this one follows. I know it's another retelling. Oh, it says a scorching hot modern retelling of Achilles, Patroclus, and Helen of Troy. What? I'm very excited to read this. Hopefully it's good. I've heard really good things about the continuation of the series, and I've loved books 1 and 2 so far, so I'm very excited for it. Spin number 10. Oh69. Oh69 is a graphic novel or a manga. Alright, spin number 10 got us 69, which is graphic novel or manga. And for this, I chose Extraordinaries by V.E. Schwab. This is the book that you're supposed to read before you read Vengeful by V.E. Schwab, and I haven't read that one yet. So the way that this is set up, it's set in the world between Vicious and Vengeful. So hopefully I can get to this one. It does have like a really dark, grungy art style. I believe this is an Owl Crate special edition of this particular book, and I'm very excited to get to this. It's good because I need something short in my life. Hopefully I will enjoy it. We shall see. And what is hopefully our last spin, spin number 11. Oh75. And our last one is indeed on the board. Oh75 is a reread. And finally, our very last spin for the TBR Bingo portion of this video is 75, and that is a reread. This one threw me for a loop a little bit because I wasn't expecting to do a reread this month, but I have been saying that I was going to reread this book for so long so that I can move on to book 2, and I think it's finally time. I'm going to reread Furyborn by Claire Legrand. That way that hopefully next month or the month after I can pick up the next book in the series and move on. This is a very complicated dual timeline story, and I just didn't feel comfortable moving on with the next book before rereading this one, so I'm glad it came up because I've been saying I'm going to do it, and now is finally the time to do so. Alright, this is my TBR for TBR Bingo. These are the only books that I'm obligated to read this month. Anything else is just extra stuff that I'm hoping to get to. Becca's Bookoplathon is just something that I like to do for fun, so I'm not going to pressure myself too much to read those books, but hopefully I can get to them as well. That being said, let's go ahead and move over to that and see what I get for Becca's Bookoplathon. Alright, we have our little moving piece. We have our 6-sided die. Let's go ahead and roll the dice to see how many rolls I'm going to do. I'm gonna do 10. Oh boy. Wish me luck. Alright, roll number 1 is a 7. Of course, a chance card right off the bat. Let's see what we get. The heart principle. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The heart principle. It's what I wanted, so I'll take it. Alrighty, so now it's time for Becca's Bookoplathon. I did roll a 10, which is not what I was expecting, but I'm very excited. And then for roll number 1, we got a chance card, and I pulled The Heart Principle by Helen Huang. This is definitely one that I really wanted to read in that stack, so I'm really glad that I got it. And this is one that I have been so pumped to read, especially after reading The Kiss Quotient. I would prefer to read the books in order, but I don't own the Bride Test, so this is the next one that I own and will have to pick up. I believe this one follows Kwan, who we did meet in book 1, and I'm very excited to read his romance. Obviously, it's going to have some awesome representation, just like all the rest of the books in the series, so I'm very, very pumped for this. All right, roll number 2 is an 8. And for that, we got Summer. Roll number 2, we landed on Summer, and for me, summer vibes means romance, and so I chose Wicked Beauty by Katie Robert. I am trying to fit in as many of the books from my own TBR game into this one, so this is another rollover. Roll number 3, double 6. That one we got is Featuring a Mystery. Roll number 3, our very first double. Hopefully we don't get too much more. But for that, we landed on a book that features a mystery. And for this, I'm going to read The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the last and final book in the Inheritance Games trilogy, one that I am very, very excited to read. I have read books 1 and 2, just read book 2 recently and loved it, and I need answers. I need to know how this ends, so I'm very pumped that I'm getting this one on my TBR. Spin number 4 out of 11. 5. We got Third Person Perspective. Roll number 4 got us Third Person, and for that I chose A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair. This is told in third person, and I'm excited to read it. Spin number 5 is 9. Oh boy, we got Lowest Rated. For our next roll, we got Lowest Rated, which is not one that I wanted to land on, but alas, here we are. So I'm going to screen record my Goodreads and take you to my lowest rated and see which book I have to read. Hopefully I end up liking whatever it is. All right, here we go. So we are in my current TBR once again. We're gonna go to average rating. We're gonna flip it around because that's highest rated. And the book that is the lowest rated is Even If We Break. It has a 2.95. How many reviews does it have? 3,000 reviews with a 2.95. That is extremely low. All right, here we go. Even If We Break. I picked this up at Target one day, I believe, and it just sounded good. It says, it was never just a game. 5 friends go to a cabin. 4 of them are hiding secrets. 3 years of history bind them. 2 are doomed from the start. 1 wants to end this. No one is safe. Are you ready to play? That just sounds amazing, but obviously not a lot of people liked it. So hopefully I am the minority and I like this one, but we shall see. Roll number 6. A double 3. Seriously? Another chance card. Twisted Love. Spin number 6, another freaking double, and another chance card. And for that one, I actually picked Twisted Love by Anna Huang. I've talked about this 3 times now. So I'm very excited to read this one and glad that I could double up. Roll number 7 out of 12. Another 9. I'll take it. We got favorite trope. Spin number 7 got us favorite trope. And for that, I am using Block Shot by Kennedy Ryan, the next book in the Hoops series. This is a sports romance, which is one of my favorite tropes, but it's also a enemies to lovers second chance romance. Sign me up. Thank you very much. I'm very excited for it. I adored book 1 in this series, so I'm very excited to get around to book 2. Rule number 8. An 8. We got color wheel. All right, roll number 8 got us color wheel once again. So instead of picking the same book, I'm going to spice things up and do another one. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel and see what color we get. I'm nervous. No, you're kidding. Okay, I'm gonna delete the color and spin again because I want some variety. I want to keep it spicy. All right, let's see what we get. What do we get? What do we get? White. Okay. I definitely have a lot of options. I don't know exactly what I'm going to pick, but let me have a look around. Sticking with my romance kick, I'm going to pick The Fine Print by Lauren Asher, one that I've really wanted to get to. Again, another one that's all over TikTok. I believe this is kind of like Disneyland, and the person that runs the park, he's like kind of a perfectionist and he's really wanted to impress his family, I believe. And then one of the main character, the girl, criticizes one of his most popular rides, and instead of getting mad at her and firing her, he hires her to work on the park, and they have a relationship together. I heard good things. I'm excited to give it a go. I don't know. Wish me luck. I've heard some mixed reviews recently, so hopefully I like this one. Roll number 9. A double 6, of course. Oh my lord. Another chance card. Crave. Spin number 9. Oh, what do you know? It's another double and another chance card. And this time we weren't so lucky. We landed on one that I didn't necessarily want, and that is Crave by Tracy Wolff. This is a chunky, big beast of a book. So we shall see. I'm nervous. Wish me luck. But Clint loves this series. Like, absolutely loves rants and raves about this series. So this is definitely one that I've been willing to give a go because he loves it so much. I've heard it compared to Vampire Academy and Twilight. So we shall see. Rule number 10 out of 13. Of course, a double 5. We got People, so I'm guessing People on the cover. Roll number 10 got us People on the cover, and for that I chose Lure Olympus, Volume 2. Again, another rollover. Roll number 11 is 5. We got Published or Set in 1999 or before. Roll number 11, I landed on Set in or published before 1999, and for that I chose A Company of Fiends by Catherine Moon. I believe that's the author. I hope that's the author. But this one is set in the past. I don't know exactly when it's set, but it's definitely set before 1999, so this one definitely works. Roll number 12. Another double. We got Emoji. Roll number 12, I think, I'm losing count at this point, is Emoji, which means I have to randomly generate an emoji and then use that emoji to pick a book off my shelf. So hopefully this works. I've never done this before. I'm nervous. So let's go ahead and do it 3 times per usual. Let's do it 1, 2, 3. A boat. It looks like the Titanic to me. I have no idea what we're gonna pick. Literally not a damn clue. Wish me luck. Okay, actually that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to pick Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin. I got this in a Mystic box, which I'm very, very excited to finally have my books. But I've heard good things about this. I believe it's pirates. Sexy, smutty pirates. And honestly, I'm in. I'm there. Oh my god, this sounds amazing. I'm so excited to read this. Hopefully I can get to it. This sounds so good. Roll number 13 is a 5. We got Features a Romance. Okay, our next roll got us Features a Romance, which is easy because I have a lot of those on my TBR already, and I'm gonna pick Shipped by Angie Hockman. And what is hopefully our last roll, roll number 14, I think. A 3. Features a Death. And finally, we made it to the end, our last and final rule, which is a book that features a death. And for this, I picked The Astonishing Color of After by Emily X.R. Pan. I wasn't really in the mood for any more mystery thrillers, so I figured I would pick a book that features death and grief in a different way. This follows a main character who is going on a journey to learn more about her family, and also while grieving the death of her mother who committed suicide. So I'm very intrigued to give this one a go. I've had it on my shelf for a really long time, so it's the perfect time to pick it up. I'm not going to pick up that TBR and mix it into my other TBR. Basically, it's a lot of books, and you guys should wish me luck because I don't know how I ended up with this many books on my TBR, and I still have one more readathon to plan for. So, send help. Send lots of luck and good vibes. I'm going to need it, but I've been doing really good after getting out of my reading slump, so I think it's going to be a good month for sure. And again, my only obligations are going to be for my TBR Bingo promise anyways. These ones are just going to be a little extra fun. But that is it for my TBR. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have read any of the books that I mentioned in today's video, and or if you are participating in any of the readathons I mentioned, and what you guys got on your rolls and what you're going to read. I would love to hear your thoughts and your comments down below. But that is the end. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And of course, leave any comments, questions, and suggestions in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!
Baby, turn it down like it's sweet and ready.